The bell above the diner door rang every morning at 6, and Aisha was already wiping the counter when it did. The place smelled of tea, toast, and yesterday's rain. Tips were small, feet hurt, but she smiled anyway because rent didn't care about moods. Across the street, under the bus stop shade, sat the same man every day. His leg was twisted, wrapped in old cloth, and his jacket looked older than the road. He never begged loudly. He just watched people pass, eyes calm, hunger quiet. On her first week at the diner, Aisha noticed him shivering. She poured an extra cup of tea, tucked 2 parathas into paper, and crossed the street. "Eat," she said, shy but firm. He nodded, grateful, saying nothing else. From that day on, it became routine. When the rush slowed, Aisha saved food from mistakes customers never noticed. Sometimes soup, sometimes bread. She never expected thanks. It felt like balance, like the world leaning less to one side. The man's name, she learned, was Umar. He spoke softly, asked about the weather, the city, her family. He never asked for money. When people stared, he lowered his eyes, as if he carried a private rule about dignity. Aisha lived with her mother and younger brother in a single room. Her father had died years ago. Bills stacked like plates. On nights when the power cut out, she counted coins by candlelight, promising herself tomorrow would be kinder. Winter sharpened the mornings. Umar coughed more. One day, Aisha brought a scarf. "It's old," she lied. He held it like glass. "You're rich," he said gently. She laughed, pointing to her apron. "See? Very rich." Customers noticed her kindness. Some scoffed. One woman whispered, "They take advantage." Aisha shrugged. Kindness, she believed, didn't shrink when shared. It multiplied quietly, like yeast in warm dough. Weeks turned to months. Umar began telling stories about books he loved, places by the sea, a mother who cooked lentils just right. His words were precise, polished. Aisha wondered how such stories lived in such worn clothes. One evening, rain flooded the street. Umar slipped, pain flashing across his face. Aisha ran out, ignoring her manager's shout. Together with a shopkeeper, she helped him inside, cleaned his wound, wrapped it better. That night, Umar looked at her longer than usual. "If I asked you for nothing more," he said, "would you still come?" Aisha nodded. "I'll come," she said. "People should." The next morning, a black car stopped by the bus stand. 2 men stepped out, scanning the street. Aisha felt a knot form. Umar straightened, breathing deep. He held her gaze. "Today," he said, "I tell you truth." He asked her to sit. The car waited. Passers-by slowed. Umar's voice did not shake. "I am a billionaire," he said, "or was. I walked away to learn who I am without walls." Aisha blinked, then laughed, thinking it a joke, but the men bowed slightly. Umar continued, explaining illness, an accident, a choice to disappear. "I wanted to see kindness without contracts," he said. "You gave it." News traveled fast. Cameras arrived. The diner buzzed. Aisha hid in the kitchen, overwhelmed. Umar refused interviews. "No spectacle," he insisted. "Only gratitude, privately." He paid the diner's debts anonymously. He arranged medical care for people at the bus stand. He asked Aisha's permission before helping her family. "I don't want to change who you are," he said. "Only lighten the load." Aisha's mother cried when the doctor's bills vanished. Her brother returned to school with new shoes and a shy grin. Aisha kept working, though her hands shook less. She saved, studied at night, dreamed carefully. Umar left again, this time with support, a cane replacing rags. On his last day, he handed Aisha an envelope. Inside was a letter, not money. It thanked her for tea, for listening, for seeing. Months later, Aisha received a scholarship funded by a foundation, no name attached. She smiled, recognizing the handwriting on the acceptance note. She pinned the scarf on her wall, a reminder of quiet wealth.